IP address of my Wazoo
Okay,
indexer, Wazoo manager is
okay,
this,
we
and Wazoo
are
dashboard
going
IP is
to
this.
access our
You
machine.
what you are going to name this agent? I am going to
uh,
name this agent my machine. Any group you want to add,
so you just have
default.
to search
Now what is this? The
Snipe-IT.
installation command just compiled.
The
You just
first
have to copy
URL
this
pop-up
command,
will
go to your search
guide
bar
you about
of
the
the host
all
machine,
configuration we are going to need, we are going to
search
implement,
for
we are going
PowerShell.
to configure. So
Click
what
on
we
the
are looking for,
PowerShell,
we
run
are
as
looking
an
for the email
administrator.
alerts configuration. Every configuration will be done in this
Yes,
.env file configuration. If
simply
you guys
paste
have
that
installed the
command
Snipe-IT
and
by
press enter.
yourself, you
It
guys
will take a
were
while to
familiar with this
install.
configuration file,
Next step is
and
what
hope you guys
start this
know where
service
this
on the
configuration
agent.
file
The Wazoo
resides
service was started
in
successfully.
your
Now we will
server.
go to our
Okay,
agents.
what we are looking for, we are looking for the email alerts configuration. This is the area where we have to configure our setting for the
Yeah.
outgoing mail
Before
setting.
that, only one
Okay,
Wazoo agent was shown
first we have
here.
to
Now
access our
the count goes up to 2.
Snipe-IT. This is my
Now it
local
come to
user.
the disconnected
Let
agents
me
from
log
never
in with
connected
my
agents.
admin user first. Okay, I have logged in
In the
with my
meanwhile, it
admin
will
user.
go to the active agents.
Right
That's it.
now we have
The active
to
agent is
open
this.
the .env
You
file.
can
For
see,
my scenario, the location for
select
.env file on my server is as follow.
agent.
I have installed and
It
we
will take
have
some times to
.env
send the
file at
log.
this location.
That's how you can simply install
This
the
may be
Wazoo agent
default
using
location for
PowerShell.
your server as
How
well.
you can
Otherwise, you have to
create
search
the GUI
for
user for
.env file.
multiple users.
After
How you
move to
can
this folder,
create
I am going to
internal
type nano
users
is
in your
editor
Wazoo server. So
and
let's just move towards the configuration
file name.
and
This is
the way how you can
how
create new users in the
the
Wazoo server.
.env file looks like.
The
We
first
have
step,
to
you
scroll
have to
down a bit.
log in your Wazoo GUI.
Here, this is the outgoing mail server setting. As you guys can see, we have to configure these settings according to the
The Wazoo GUI has successfully logged in.
settings or
The next step you
configuration
have to
defined
follow is to click
at
on
the
this menu icon
Snipe-IT website.
and
You
goes
can read
down, drop down,
in
click on
detail
this security button.
what every tag
This is the window where
can
you
be able
can
to do
create new
and
user,
function of
assign
the
new
every tag.
roles,
This is the detail,
whatever you like to do.
and
Click
if
on
we
this
are going
internal
to
user
load at
button.
email
Currently I am logged in with my
or
admin user default
for
and which
that
have
purpose
backend
we have
roles
to follow
admin.
this
You simply have
documentation.
to
Right now I
click
am
on
going to
this create
use
internal user,
Gmail,
or you can
so I am going
click
to
any
follow these
user
settings.
and duplicate that user.
First, what I have to
So
do,
currently I am going to
I
create
have
a
to
new internal
define
user. You have
driver.
to type
SMTP
the
it is
name
already
for
available. What
username
will
and
be host?
password. The
Because
password
I
must be tricky
am going
and
to
not the easier
email.
one, so I have created
For that purpose, I have
a
to
difficult password
change
because the
this
instructions are pretty clear
tag
here.
with the
Password should
values.
be at
Code
least
will be
8
587,
characters long and contain at least
and
one
username will be
uppercase
your
letter, one
Gmail
lowercase
username.
letter,
I am
one
going
digit, and one
to
special
add
character. Username must
like
contain
email
from
address
2 to
here,
50
and what will
characters.
be the
Valid
password.
characters are A to Z, 0 to 9,
Password
underscore,
is a
hyphen,
kind
and
of
Unicode characters.
tricky
You can
thing
use all these instructions in your
because we have to
username
create
you want to
the app password. If
use.
you guys
So
are
I have
familiar, or you can search on the Google
created
how you can
a
create or
username
add app
and the
password in
password
your
as
Gmail
well.
account.
This is the
So
tricky
I
part.
am going to
What you
use
have to
my
do, you have
Gmail.
to
I have
assign the
created
assign
this
role to this
Gmail
user.
for
You can see the roles from
like
here. These
Wazoo
are the
and
backend rules you are going to assign to
open
your
source.
user. Right,
And
currently I am going to use my
here for the mail
admin
password,
backend role.
we
You have
have
to
to
type this
provide it
manually
with the app
and click
password.
on this
Let
create
me
button.
show you guys how you
The
can
user
create app
has been
password.
successfully
You
created
have to
and
log into
which
your
has backend
Gmail and
role
access your Gmail. Click on
admin.
this
Now
name
we are
icon
going to log out
and
my
click
this
on this
admin
your
user
manage your Google account.
and see this part
You have to
user.
click on this
The newly
security.
created user
I have
will
already
work or
created one
not.
for the Wazoo testing. I am going to create a new one for Snipe-IT, and click on this create.
Yeah, the
As
user
you
has
click
been
on
working
this create
fine
button,
currently.
a pop-up
You,
will
if you want to change
appear
password
that
for
will
the
show
user,
you
you
a
can
app password.
click on
You
this
have to
reset
copy this
password
app
button. You
password and
can
save
easily
something
change your password from
and
here. You
save
have
it
to enter
somewhere
the
that
current password and newly password and click on this
will be
reset button.
used later on. As
This is
soon you will
the
click on
one
this done button, you are
scenario you
unable
can
to
create an
access
internal user. We
or
are going to
check
use
this
another.
app
Click
password
on,
later on.
we are going to select an
That's why I have already copied that.
user and click on
What
this
I am
action
going to do,
button
I
and click
am
on
going
this duplicate.
to copy
We are
this app
going
password
to
and paste
name
it over
whatever
here.
we want to and
And
just have to enter
what
the
will
password.
be
If
the
you want to
further
change the name, you
settings?
can type here.
Mail
The
encryption will
admin
be
role,
none.
backend role
I am going
already
to
assigned. Now
use
we are going to
same
click on this create button.
email
Now
password.
use
A notification
the
will appear
third
someone
one
has
user
created
I
an
have
app password. I because I
created
have
in
done that.
front of you.
So I am
That was test copy and the password was the same.
going to add the
Enter
same
that
email
password
address.
and click on this login
Will be
button
the next step. Mail
and
from
there
the
you
name.
go.
I am
You
going to
have
use the same
successfully
Snipe IT
logged
email
in
reply to this. Change
with your newly created user. This is
same
how you
email
can
address, what will be
assign
true, and
backend role to the newly created
you have
user.
to
If you
change
want to
all the
assign
parameters with these
any
values
of
as
the
I have
role to
shown you.
user, you can
Now we are
open
going to click
the default user from here
enter
and
Y
you
and
can
press
create the
enter.
new role from
Configuration
here
file has
as
been
well.
saved. Now for the testing
So
purpose, what you have to do, you
if
have
you
to
want
go
to
to
assign
your
any of this role, you simply have to open
Snipe
that
IT
role
dashboard. You have to click on this
and
setting.
map the user
Let's check again.
and
Maybe yes.
click on
In
this
the
map
general
button
setting,
and
we
select
are going to
any of the
test
user.
email alerts that our configuration have successfully done or not.
This is how you
We will
can
click on this set send text.
map the user,
It will take a bit
map
time.
the roles to the
uh,
user, reports, read,
as you can
access.
see, it is sending
This is
test
how you
email.
can
We are
assign
going to
multiple
receive this email
roles
alert
and
in
permission
a
to
while,
user according to your
and
requirement.
I
You
will show
can
you
simply
guys
assign these
how
role
it will looks
to
like
any of the
and how
user the way
we are
I
going
have
to
guided
receive
you.
this test email.
Hope you guys understood the scenario very well.
Okay, we
uh,
have something
Creation of
else.
new user is very simple. You have two ways you can
Let
create
me check.
the user by simple
Okay,
button
guys,
create internal
through
user, or
the
you can
troubleshooting, I have figured out it
create
was
the
my
user by
Gmail
this
address
option
error.
as well.
And before
You
that,
have
let me
other
show you
options available here.
something
You
that
can
you have
delete
to
the user from here,
do,
edit the
like the
user from
configuration.
here,
I am forget
and
to
many
add
more.
TLS
How you
on
can
this
create and configure dashboard
mail
in your
encryption.
Wazoo.
So because the
We are going to
okay, you
log
can
in
see it
our
is
Wazoo
saying null,
GUI.
but in the below configuration it is showing that we have to change in the encryption by TLS. So I have done the same, and I have also changed the email address and a password.
and it start working. These are the two mistakes, one for the encryption and another thing is my Gmail address which I was using. This email is not working, so I have changed the email address. Now you can see if I press the currently send I next, have one agent installed for the Vasu server send a test and it is disconnected. Email address. Let me start the agent. This is the test from Snipe IT here it is management system. If you got this email, this mail, it's working. Thanks Snipe IT. That's how you can be able to agent, configure the email configuration, email setting in your Snipe IT. Will be appears to be basic active management tool. So far, hope you guys understood this video very well. Yeah. Hope you like currently this video. It's active right now. Like and subscribe you have my to go channel to main menu first and this with your see here the dashboard and in your neighborhood. Click on this until then and create your first dashboard. Thank you for watching. So stay blessed. I am going to create the first dashboard. I am going to use data table to display values. Okay, we hey guys, welcome select to the Wazoo alerts. Hope everyone is doing well. So in the today matrices, guys, I am back with a new topic of Snipe we are going to select a split hope table. You guys were familiar with this Snipe-IT tool, right? It's an open source asset management and tool. Going to say select column to spreadsheets and next here it is very useful for your assets in the company and select the field colleges or in your organization. I am whatever going to add first you are timestamp for and select so the order. Today I am going to show you how you can ending and the size of table rows and columns and using select Snipe IT with the Gmail and okay click on this update button. We are going to access our machine. If we select the rows this is how you can see the difference. So you just have to search okay the knife IT. The first URL pop-up will guide you about the all configuration. We are now going to add we are going to configure. What we are looking for, we are looking for the email alerts configuration. Every configuration will be done in this .env file configuration. If you guys have installed the Snipe-IT by yourself, read the logs. You guys were familiar with which values we were needed configuration file. We are going to visualize in our dashboard. Know where this configuration we will go to the security events and I'm going to open the Wazoo. Okay, what we are looking for, we are looking for the email alerts configuration. This is the agent area where we have to configure our setting for the outgoing mail setting. Okay, first we have to access our okay Snipe IT. Going to add another my local user. Let me log in with my admin user first. Okay, I have logged in with the next field. We are going to select right. Now we have to open the according to our requirement. For my scenario, rule groups
The
sending,
location for .env file on my
empty,
server
and
is as
group.
follow. I have installed
You can
and
see as soon as
I
you
have
will be adding the
.env at
values,
this location.
the
This may be
data will be
default
more
location for
readable
your server
and
as well. Otherwise, you have
more
to search
visualizable.
for .env file. After move to this
Okay, now
folder,
we
I am
are
going
going
to
to
type nano
select
is a
the
editor
timestamp
and
and the values,
file name.
and
This is how
you
the
can see
.env file looks
you can
like.
change the
We
time
have to
filter from
scroll
here
down a bit.
and see the logs, agent name,
Here, this
what
is
what
the
is the group and what
outgoing
will
mail
be the
server setting.
time.
As you guys can see,
Okay, now
we
we
have
will
to
add
configure
an
these
other
settings according to
row,
the settings
and
or
now we
configuration
are
defined
going to select
at the
rule description
Snipe-IT website.
on the
You
ascendings
can read in detail
description of the
what
rule.
every tag
Click on update
can be
button
able
as
to do
soon
and
as
function of the every tag. This is the
you will
detail.
add the
And if we
values,
are going to use GoDaddy email
and
or
you will add the
for
values
that
in the
purpose we have
buckets.
to follow this
The data will be
documentation.
more
Right now I
visualized
am going
and
to use
more
new
readable.
Gmail, so I am going
Now
to
we are
follow these
going to
settings.
save this and name
First,
it
what I have
as
to do, I have
table
to define
monitoring
driver SMTP. It
and
is
the
already
return.
available. What will be host, because I
This is
am going to
our
use email.
dashboard for
For that
monitoring of
purpose, I have
agents
to
according to
change
our
this
requirement.
tag with the values. Port will be 587
Let's check
and username will
that
be your Gmail username.
our
I am going to
dashboard
add
has been saved or
my
not.
email address here, and
No,
what will
it's
be the
just not
password.
saved.
The password
Okay.
is a kind of critical
We are
thing,
going to click on the
because
visualize.
we have to
It
create
just has
the
been
app
added
password. If
in
you
the
guys are familiar, or you can search on the Google
visualization. We
how
have
you can
initially created
create or add app
the
password in your
visualization.
Gmail account. So I am
If you
going to
want to
use
create
my
dashboard,
Gmail.
you have to
I have
edit,
created this Gmail
add
for
an existing dashboard. We are going to
like
select table
Wazoo and
monitoring
many other tools
and
which are open source.
click
And
on this save button
here for the mail password, we have to provide it
and
with the app password.
name
Let
this
me show you
dashboard.
guys how you can create app password. You have
Now
to log into your
the
Gmail
dashboard
and
has been
access your email.
successfully created.
Click on this name icon and click
I have
on this
just mixed
your
out the
manage your
things.
Google account.
Initially, we have to create the visualizations.
Part you have to click on
Then
this
we have
security.
to add these
I have already
visualization
created
in
one for the Wazoo testing.
this
I am going
dashboard.
to create a
Let
new
me
one
create
for
an other
Snipe-IT.
visualization. I am going to
And click on this
select
create.
pie chart
As you
for the
click on this
Wazoo
create
alerts
button, a pop-up will appear that will show you a
and
app
click
password.
on this split
You have to
slice,
copy this app password
select
and save
terms,
something and save it
timestamp,
somewhere that
ascending, number of
will be
values you want to
used later
see,
on. As
and
soon you
click on
will click on
this
this done button, you are unable to
and
access
name the
or
label
check
for
this
your data.
app password later on.
You can see you
That's why I
can
have already copied that.
create multiple
And what
type
I'm
of
going to do, I'm going to copy this app password
dashboards
and paste it
using
over here.
this visualization.
And
Now I am
what
going to
will
select
be the
agent
further
name
settings?
and
Mail encryption will be
sending. I
none.
need to
I
enter
am
the
going to
values
use same
and name that.
email password. A notification will appear someone has created an
You can
password. I
see
because I have done that,
this is
so I am
or the agent
to
name,
add the
and
same
it's
email
the
address.
timestamp.
What will be the next step? Mail from the name. I
Got
am
it?
going to use the same Snipe-IT mail reply to this.
Now
I am going to change
add some descriptions.
same email address. What will be true and this.
Descriptions
You have
ascending
to change
with
all the
pointing
parameters
values and
with these values as I have shown you. Now we are going to click Control X, enter Y, then press enter. The configuration file has been saved. Now for the testing purpose, what you
okay.
have to do, you have to go to your
And now we are going to move our
Snipe-IT dashboard. You
dashboard.
have to click on this setting button. Let's check
We
again.
edit this
Maybe
dashboard
yes.
and
In the general setting, we are going to
add
test
something
email
new. We
alerts
will
that
click
our
on this
configuration
add
have
button and
successfully
select the pie
done or
chart,
not.
and it
We will click on this
has been
set send
successfully
text.
added.
It will take a
Set
bit
the
time.
position and
Uh,
location for
as you can
your
see, it is sending test email.
visualization.
We are going to receive this email alert in a while,
We are going to save
and
as
I
it
will
is.
show you guys
This is how you
how it
can
will looks
create the
like and
visualizations
how we are going
in
to
your Wazoo
receive this
server
test email.
and dashboard in your Wazoo server. Hope you guys
Okay, we
like
have
my videos
something
and
else.
understood the configurations and the scenario
Let
very well.
me check.
If you
Okay, guys,
have any
through
query,
the
any issue
troubleshooting,
during
I
this
have figured
configuration,
out
you can
it was
comment
my
under my
Gmail
video.
address
Show
error.
you how you can
And before that, let me
control
show you
or
something that you have to
ignore the
do, like the
logs
configuration.
from
I
the
am
agent.
forget to add TLS on this
In detail, you can
mail
say
encryption.
if you want to
So
filter
because the
or minimize
here you
or
can see
control
it is
the
saying
logs
null, but
that
in the below
Wazoo
configuration
agent
it
sent
is
to
showing that
Wazoo
we have
server,
to change in the
how you
encryption
can
by
do
TLS.
that?
So I have done the same, and I have also changed the email
Simply
address and a password, and it start working. These are the two
server.
mistakes, one for the encryption and another thing is my Gmail address which I was using. This email is not working,
First,
so
I
I
am
have
going
changed
to
the email
install
address. Now you can see if I press the send
agent.
text, it will it will
I'm
send
going
a
to
test email
install agent on
to
Windows.
this email address. Let me show you. this is
What
the
is the
test
server
from
address?
Snipe-IT Asset Management
This
System. If
is
you
the
got this
server
email,
address, agent
this
name,
mail
my
is working. Thanks
whatever you
Snipe-IT.
want to name
That's how
your
you can be
agents
able to
in the
configure the
server.
email configuration,
Simply you
email
have to
setting in your
copy this
Snipe-IT
command, open the PowerShell
Asset
of the
Management tool.
host,
So
run
far,
it
hope you guys
as
understood this
an
video very well.
administrator,
Hope you like this video.
copy, paste
Kindly like
this
and subscribe
command,
my channel
press.
and share
It
this with your
takes
colleagues,
a
friends,
while to
and in
get
your
the Wazoo
neighborhood.
agent installed.
Until then, stay
Next
tuned.
command
Thank
is
you
to
for watching.
start
Stay
the
blessed.
service.
Goodbye.
Okay, the service has been started successfully. You can also verify that the Wazoo agent
Hey guys,
service is in
welcome
the
to the
running
channel.
state.
Hope everyone is
Okay,
doing well.
let's move to
Today,
our
guys, I am
dashboard.
back with a
So
new
the
topic of
Wazoo agent has
Snipe
been
IT.
installed successfully.
Hope you guys were
Before this
familiar with this
installation,
Snipe IT tool.
zero agent
It's an open
were
source
shown in the
asset
total
management tool.
agents,
Say
and
goodbye to the
every status
spreadsheets.
of this agent
It is
was
very
zero.
useful for your
Now total
assets
agents
in the
raised to
company,
one, and never
in the
connected
school,
agent
colleges, or in your
also
organization, whatever
valued one.
you are looking for. So today I am going to show you how
Soon
you
it will
can
move to active agents.
implement email
Now how
alerts
you can
configuration
see
using
the agents
Snipe
log.
IT with the
Simply
Gmail.
you have to go to this
Okay,
security event on the main
okay,
dashboard,
we are
click
going
on it.
to access our machine.
It just got these
Uh,
logs. It's the first time
so
installation,
you just
that's
have
why it will
to search
send all the logs. Now
Snipe-IT
what
configuration.
and how we
The
can
first URL pop-up will
stop or minimize
guide
the
you
number of
about
logs
the
that Wazoo
all
agent sent to
configuration
the Wazoo
we are
server.
going to need, we are going to implement, we are going to
Okay,
configure. So what we are looking
in
for,
this
we are
topic
looking
I am
for
going
the
to
email
cover one
alerts
more thing.
configuration.
If you
Every
want
configuration
to
will be done in this .env file
minimize
configuration.
the
If you
log,
guys have installed
or you want
the
to make
Snipe-IT by
customized
yourself,
log, or you want to
you
make
guys
readable
were
short
familiar with
log
this
of particular agent,
configuration file,
I
and
am
hope
going
you
to show you
guys
how you can do this.
know
You
where
simply have
this
to go to
configuration
main menu,
file
click on this
resides
discover button.
in your server.
I am
Okay,
going to
what
select
we are
my
looking for, we are looking
agent by
for
creating a
the
filter.
email
I will
alerts
make
configuration. This is
another
the
video of how you can
area
create filters
where
in the
we have
Wazoo
to
to read the logs for the particular
configure our
agent or
setting for the
for the particular
outgoing
event,
mail
whatever
setting.
you can say. You
Okay,
have to
first we
type
have
one
to
field agent name.
access our
Filter is the condition. Uh,
Snipe-IT.
tell
This
what is
is
this operator.
my
For
local
example,
user.
I want to say
Let me log in with my
this is
admin user first.
one agent.
Okay, I have
You
logged in with
want to
my
see the logs
admin
for
user.
only single agent. You will select is.
Right
If you do not
now
want
we
to
have
see any log
to
of particular
open
agent,
the
you will select is
.env
not.
file. For my
If you
scenario,
want to see
the
logs of
location
multiple
for
agents, you will
.env
select
file
one
on my
is one of.
server is
Is one
as
of mean
follow. I
I
have
if you installed
installed
agent on
and
5 host or Windows machine,
I have
one of them is
.env
this.
file at this location.
Is not one of them
This may
exist,
be
does not exist,
default
you
location
will
for your
understand.
server as well. Otherwise, you have to
Currently
search
I have
for
only two agents.
.env
One
file.
is Wazoo server and
Come
one is my
after
machine.
move to this
Click on this
folder. I
save
am
button.
going to type nano is a editor
You can set the time interval
and
from here as well.
file name.
Now
This
I
is
am going to
how
make this
the
little more
.env file looks like.
customized.
We
Agent
have to scroll down a
name.
bit.
This is the agent name.
Here, this is the
Now
outgoing mail server setting.
description
As
of
you guys can see, we have to
the
configure
rules
these
for the
settings
logs.
according to
Rule ID.
the settings or configuration
The rule
defining
ID.
at the Snipe-IT website.
Now the one
You can read
most
in detail what every tag can be
critical
able to do and
is
function
the
of the every tag. This is the detail, and if we are going to use GoDaddy email, or
event ID is
for
the
that
one
purpose we have to follow
we
this
are going to add.
documentation.
That
Right now I
event
am going to
ID in the
use Gmail, so I am going
agent
to follow
configuration
these
file
settings.
that will control and
First, what I have to
minimize the
do, I
number of
have
logs.
to define
Okay, event
driver
ID is
SMTP. It is
not.
already available. What will be host?
The thing
Because
is,
I
any
am
not an
going
event
to
ID
Gmail.
based log
For
has
that
been triggered yet.
purpose, I have
So,
to change
going to
this
show you how you can
tag
do.
with the values. Port will be 587 and username will be
Simply
your
have to
Gmail
go to
username. I am going to
folder click on
my
Cossack
email address
agent,
here, and what will be the password.
go to the configuration file,
The password is a
maximize
kind
that
of
configuration file.
critical thing, because we have to create
This
the
is the
app
part
password. If
where
you
you have
guys
to
are familiar, or you
enter
can
that
search on the Google
particular event ID
how
for
you can
the
create or
corresponding
add app password
rule
in your
ID.
Gmail account.
Now I
So
am
I am going to
going
use
to
my Gmail.
explain little more
I have
about this.
created this Gmail for my testing, like Wazoo
This
and
rule ID
many
is
other tools which are open
correspond
source.
or parallel to the
And
event ID. If
here
we want
for
to
the mail
control the
password,
logs
we
from the
have
Windows
to
based
provide it
host or
with
the
the app
agent,
password. Let me show
you
you
have
guys how you
to
can create app
identify
password.
the
You
event
have to
ID for
log
the
into your
particular rule
Gmail and access your
and
Gmail. Click
copy
on
that
this name
event
icon
ID in
and
this
click
tab.
on this manage your
If you
Google account.
want to add an other
Start, you have to click on this
event ID here,
security.
you simply have
I
to
have already created one
add
for the Wazoo
space,
testing. I am going to
paste
create a
this
new one
syntax
for
and add
Snipe-IT.
this event. I
Click on
add
this
that
create.
event ID over here
As you click on this create
and
button, a pop-up will
save this
appear that
configuration
will
file.
show you a app password. You have to copy
Next
this
step
app
you
password
have to
and
do
save
is what,
something,
you
and
have
save
to
it somewhere that
restart the
it will be used later
Wazoo
on.
agent
As
service.
soon you will click on this done button, you are unable
That
to
will do
access
what?
or check
That
this
will
app password later on.
do what? The
That's why I
agent
have
will
already copied
stop
that.
sending that
And what I am
particular
going to
log to
do,
the
I am
Windows
going
server.
to
The
copy
question is
this
why
app
we do
password
this?
and paste it
Because
over
we
here.
want to ignore
And what
unnecessary
will
logs
be
that we
the
do not
further
need
settings?
in
Mail
the Wazoo
encryption will be none.
server.
I am going to use
Those logs
same
were utilizing
email
excessive space.
password. A notification will appear
Okay,
someone has created an password. I Because I have done that, so I am familiar that with the notification. I'm going to add the
that's
same
the
email
event ID.
address.
It's a pair.
Will be the next step.
This is the
Away
event ID
from the name, I am going to use
you
the
have
same
to
Snipe-IT
every time
email
add.
added to
If
this.
I do not want to
Change
receive these log on my
same email address.
Windows
What will be
Wazoo
true
server,
and this.
because it's not,
You have to
I
change
must say
all the
it's not
parameters with these
that much
values as I
important.
have shown you.
I just want to
Now
monitor
we are going
critical
to click
logs,
and control
disaster base or
enter
high
Y,
value
then
log.
press enter.
In that
Configuration
scenario,
file
what I
has
will
been
do,
saved.
I will
Now
add
for
the
the
email
testing purpose,
ID
what you
for
have to do,
that
you have to go to
particular
your
log in my agent
Snipe-IT
configuration
dashboard.
file,
You
and
have
I
to
will
click on
save
this
that
setting button.
configuration file.
Let's check
After that, I
again.
will restart the
Maybe
service
yes.
of
In
Wazoo
the
agent.
general setting,
That will
we are
stop
going to test
sending
email
logs
alerts
to the
that
Wazoo
our
server.
configuration have successfully done or not. We will
It
click
will
on this
save our
send text.
space
It will take a
for the
bit time.
Wazoo server.
Uh,
How you can
as you can see,
implement
it is sending
policies
test
on your
email.
indexes or the indices
We are
in your
going to
Wazoo server.
receive this email alert
For
in a
this,
while,
I am going to
and I will show you
use
guys
the
how it will
default
looks like and
instructions
how
provided by the
we are going to
Wazoo.
receive this test
You
email.
can type simply Wazoo index management in your browser and
Okay,
click on
we
this
have
Wazoo index
something.
management. Here you have to follow these
Let me check.
instructions if you are using Wazoo with
Okay,
Kibana
guys,
Elasticsearch.
through the
Right?
troubleshooting, I have figured
So
out
I am going
it was
to
my
access
Gmail
my
address error.
Wazoo
And before that,
server
let
in
me
the
show you
browser.
something that you have to do, like the configuration. I am forget to add TLS on this
Have to
mail
log in
encryption.
your GUI
So
account
because the
for the Wazoo server.
here you can see it is saying null, but in the below configuration it is showing that we have to change in the encryption by TLS. So I have done the same, and I have also changed the email address and a password, and it start working. These are the two mistakes, one for the encryption and another thing is my Gmail address which I was using. This email is not working, so I have changed the email address. Now you can see if
The
I
GUI
press
team
the send
takes a
text,
bit time to get ready.
it will send a test
You
email
guys were
to
familiar with this.
this email address.
It
Let me
always
show you.
took some
This
time if
is
we have
this is
rebooted
the
the Wazoo
TSS
server
from
or restarted
Snipe-IT
the
seed management system.
Wazoo
If you
server.
got this email, this mail
If the server is
is working
running 24 by
in
7
Snipe-IT,
in
that's
your
how you can
environment, then it
be
will
able
not
to
take as
configure
much
the
time
email
it
configuration,
taking right
email
now.
setting in your Snipe-IT
Okay, we are going to refresh it.
asset management tool. So far, hope you guys understood this video very well. Hope you like this video. Kindly like and subscribe my channel and share this with your colleagues, friends, and in your neighborhood. Until then, stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed. Goodbye.
Hey guys, right. Welcome to the channel. From the
Hope
menu,
everyone is
main
doing well.
menu, you will have to go to this
Today,
index
guys, I am
management.
back
First,
with a new topic of
now,
Snipe-IT.
if you want to
Hope
create
you
a new
guys
policy,
were familiar with
you
this
have to go to
Snipe-IT tool.
the state
It's
management
an
policy.
open source asset management
If you
tool.
already running
Say
policies
goodbye to the
on your
spreadsheets.
server, you can
It
go
is
with
very
this
useful
menu,
for your
and
assets
here are
in the
the indices
company, in
which
the
has
school,
been
colleges,
created.
or in your
Please make sure
organization,
not to
whatever
delete
you are looking
one
for.
of these indices.
So today I am going to
Right,
show you how you
if
can
we are going to delete the
implement email alerts configuration
indices
using
manually, then we have to
Snipe-IT
simply
with
with
the
any of
Gmail.
the indice which we want to
Okay,
delete and click on this action
we
button,
are
and you
going
can see here
to
the
access
delete
our
button
machine.
and type this delete in it and
Uh,
click on this button, and this is how you can delete the indice manually.
so you just have
If
to
you want to
search
implement policies
Snipe-IT.
on this, then we are going to create a automatic policy.
The first URL
We
pop-up
are
will
going to use visual editor,
guide you about the all configuration we are
and
going to need,
this
we
is
are
the
going to
policy
implement, we
id
are going
we
to
are
configure.
going
What
to
we are
name
looking for, we are looking for the
according
email alerts
to
configuration. Every
our
configuration will be done in
memorization.
this .env file configuration. If you guys have installed the Snipe-IT by yourself,
Now we are going to add the
you
states.
guys were familiar with this configuration file, and hope
We
you guys
have to add an
know where
ISM
this
template.
configuration
That ISM
file
template will
resides
automatically apply the policy to
in
indices
your
created in the future.
server.
Okay, we are going to
Okay,
click
what we are looking for, we are looking
index
for
pattern.
the email alerts configuration.
What
This is the
will be the index pattern?
area
We are going to do
where we
this
have
later.
to
Now,
configure our setting for the outgoing mail setting.
this
Okay, first
we
we
are
have
going to
to
add some state.
access our
State
Snipe-IT.
state one
This is my
need to add
local
action.
user. Let me log in with my admin user first.
What type of action you want to add? I am
Okay,
going
I
to
have
add the action
logged in with my admin
here.
user.
This is the first action. If
Right
you want to add
now we
other,
have to open the
now we are going
.env
to
file.
click on this
For my
shrink
scenario,
action
The
and add
location
the
for
action.
.env file on my
Save
server
this
is as
state.
follow. I have
Now
installed
check
and
if the
I have .env file at this location.
if we can create an
This may be
ISM.
default location for your server as well. Otherwise, you have to search for .env file. After move to this folder, I am going to type nano is a editor and file name. This is
Click
how
on type of
the
pattern
.env file
and
looks like.
add
We
template.
have to scroll down a bit.
Click on this
Here, this is the outgoing mail server
further.
setting. As you
Delete
guys can
action.
see,
We have
we
two
have to
actions
configure
in
these
this state.
settings according to
Okay, we
the
are going to edit this and add
settings or
only
configuration defined
one action in it.
at the
Now add another
Snipe-IT
state.
website.
Shrink
You can read in
will
detail
run before the
what every
state
tag
1, and
can
this
be able
is
to
the
do
state
and function
2.
of the every tag.
We are going
This
to
is the detail,
add the
and if
thing
we are going
and
to use GoDaddy
save
email,
this state. Now we have
or
successfully created
for that purpose we have to
state.
follow
The
this
first state
documentation. Right now I am
is
going to
delete, but it will
use
run
Gmail,
after this
so I am
shrink
going to
state,
follow these settings.
and click on this
First,
create
what
button
I have to do,
to
I
create a
have
policy.
to define driver SMTP. It is already available. What will be host?
Okay,
Because I
now if
am
we
going to
want to
Gmail. For that purpose, I have to
apply any
change
policy,
this tag with the
we will
values.
search it
Port will be
and
587
apply the policy. This is
and
how you can
username will be your
apply the
Gmail
policy,
username. I am going
and how you
to
can
add
create the policy.
my
First
Gmail
we will
address here
create the
and what
policy
will be
that
the password.
the data will be
Password
shrink
is a kind
and
of
then it will be
critical
deleted,
thing because
and how
we have to
we are
create
going to
the
that
app
apply that
password. If you
policy on
guys
our
are familiar,
indices.
or you can
You have
search
to
on the Google
select the indice and
how you
click on
can
the apply
create
policy
or
button
add app password in your Gmail
and
account.
select the policy
So I am going
which
to
one you
use
want to
my
apply
Gmail.
and click on apply button.
I have
this
created this
this is how
Gmail
you
for
can
my
create the
like
policy
Wazoo
in
and
Wazoo
open
and
source. And
apply these policies
here for the
automatically
mail
to your
password,
indices.
we
Why
have
we do
to
that?
provide it with the
We
app password.
we does
Let me
this
show you guys how
to
you can create app
automatic
password.
delete
You
our
have to log
indices
into your
which get
Gmail and
older
access your
and
Gmail.
which get
Click on
larger
this name
in
icon
size.
and click on this your manage your Google
This
account.
is how you can
Part you have to click on
create
this
the policies in
security.
Wazoo
I
and how
have
you
already
can
created one for the Wazoo testing. I
manage
am
your
going to create a
indices.
new one for
What are the indices?
Snipe-IT.
Indices are the
And click
data
on this create.
which will be
As
created or
you
which were
click on this
created
create button, a
well,
pop-up will
while the Wazoo server
appear
is
that will
running.
show you a app
Either
password.
these are
You
the
have to copy
statistics
this
log,
app
either
password
it's the
and save
monitoring log,
something
either these
and
are the alerts
save
log.
it somewhere that
This is how you can
will be used
manage
later on.
your
As soon you will click on this
indices
done
in your
button, you
Wazoo
are
server.
unable to access
My topic
or
is
check
older,
this
but the scenario
app
is
password
the
later
newer
on.
one. Today
That's
I
why I have already
am going
copied that.
to show you, guide you how
And
you
what I am
can
going to do, I am going
configure auto
to
backup
copy this
policies
app
in your
password
Wazoo server
and paste it
to
over
store
here.
the data or back up
And
the data.
what will
So
be
just
the
move
further
towards the
settings?
configuration.
Mail encryption
Uh,
will be none.
you have
I
to
am going to use
log
same
in your Wazoo GUI, Wazoo
email
server GUI.
password. A notification will appear someone has created an password. I because I have done that, so I am. to add the same email address. What will be the next step? Mail from the name. I am going to use the same Snipe-IT mail reply to this. I am going to change same email address. What will be true and this.
Currently, I
You
have
have
only
to change
one
all the
agent
parameters
registered and
with
which
these
is
values as I
currently
have
active.
shown you. Now we
The
are going to
events
click
will be displayed here.
enter Y, then
I
press
mean to
enter.
show you that
Configuration file
the
has been saved.
logs
Now for
were
the testing
monitoring
purpose,
through
what you
the
have to do,
Wazoo
you have
server.
to
I
go to
have
your
data store in my Wazoo server.
Snipe-IT
So
dashboard. You have to click on this setting button.
the first step you
Let's
have
check
to
again.
go to the
Maybe yes.
snapshot
In the
management.
general setting, we are going to
For
test
to
email
create
alerts
the
that
backup
our
policy,
configuration have successfully
you have
done or not.
first you have to
We will
create
click
first
on this
a
set
repository
send text.
that will store these
It will
backups.
take a bit time.
And another
As you
thing
can
you
see, it is
need to
sending
add,
test
you
email.
need to add
We are going to
which
receive this
indices you
email
want to
alert in a while.
backup. Like we have
And I will
multiple
show you
indices,
guys
statistics,
how it will
monitorings,
looks
alerts.
like, and now
These are the
we are going to receive
indices
this
in which
test
the
email.
logs or the data will be stored for the Wazoo
Okay, we
agents.
have
So
something
I am going to
here.
create the repository here. We
Let
can
me check.
add the share
Okay, guys,
file
through
system,
the troubleshooting, I have
or
figured
we
out
can select
it
the.
was my Gmail address error. And before that,
Custom
let me show you
configuration.
something that you have to
So we are
do,
going
like the configuration. I
to
am forget
use the
to add
share file
TLS on
system. We
this
are going to name the repository
mail encryption. So because the
weekly backup,
here you can see it is
right?
saying null, but in the
And we
below
are
configuration
going
it is showing
to
that we have to change in the encryption by TLS.
found
So I have
this
done the same, and I have also changed the email address
folder
and
at
password,
our
and it start working.
drive
These are the two
available
mistakes, one for the
at
encryption
the
and
server,
another thing is
at
my
the
Gmail
Linux
address
server,
which
not
I was
in
using.
this Wazoo GUI.
This email
And click
is
on
not
this
working,
add
so
button.
I have changed the email address. Now you can see if I press the
Oh,
send text, it
this is
will
the error.
send a test email
We have
to
to
this
add
email
the
address. Let me show
location in the
you.
CLI
This
in the
is
Linux, at our Linux
this is the
machine
test
at
from
which the
Snipe-IT
data will be
management
stored.
system.
Let
If you got
me
this
show you.
email, this mail is
Okay,
working.
we have to follow some steps
Snipe-IT. That's how
before
you can
creating or attaching the
be able
repository.
to
Here we have
configure the
to
email
define the location
configuration,
where
email
this
setting
backup
in
will
your
be stored,
Snipe-IT
where this repository will be created at our
basic
Linux
management
machine.
tool.
So
So
just
far, hope
SSH
you guys
your
understood this
Linux
video
machine
very
on
well.
which
Hope you like
Wazoo
this
server
video.
has been installed, and you
Kindly
have
like and
these steps to
subscribe my
follow.
channel and
You
share
simply can create
this with your
an
colleagues,
directory
friends,
at this
and in your
location.
neighborhood.
So I have created
Until then, stay
at
tuned.
this,
Thank you
and
for
you can
watching.
check
Stay
that
blessed. Goodbye.
the directory has been created or not. Successfully the directory has been created. Now you have to provide information permission to this directory to our Wazoo
Hey
indexer
guys,
user. Okay,
welcome to the
the
channel.
permissions has been
Hope
assigned.
everyone is doing
Now
well.
we have to add this
Today, guys, I
folder
am
in
back
our this
with a new topic of
opensearch.yaml file,
Snipe-IT.
that this
Hope you
location
guys
is
were familiar with this Snipe-IT tool.
identifiable,
It's an open
and
source
where
basic
this
management tool.
repository
Say
and
goodbye to
backups
the
will be created
spreadsheets.
in the future.
It is very
So you just
useful
have
for
to
your
follow these
assets
instructions
in the
and save
company,
this configuration file.
in the school,
Now you
colleges,
have
or in
to
your
restart your
organization,
Wazoo
whatever
indexer service
you are
on
looking
the
for.
Linux
So
machine.
today I am going to
So I
show
have
you
done
how you
these
can
steps. The steps were very
implement
simple.
email alerts
Before
configuration using
you are going to create auto backup policy
Snipe-IT
in your
with
Wazoo
the
GUI,
Gmail.
you have to create
Okay,
an directory
Okay,
at
we
your Linux
are
machine,
going
then you have to
to
assign permission
access
or
our
give permission to this
machine.
directory to our Wazoo indexer user. Then you have to mount or give this path in this open search.yaml configuration file. Then you have to
So you just
restart
have
your Wazoo
to
indexer
search
service on your machine. So I have done these
Snipe-IT.
steps. As soon as the Wazoo server
The
will be
first
started,
URL pop-up will guide
yeah,
you
the
about
service
the
has been
all configuration
successfully
we are going to
started.
need, we are going to implement,
Let's
we
check
are going
the
to
status.
configure.
Yeah, it's active and running.
What we are looking
Now
for, we
we
are
are
looking
going to
for the
move to
email
our
alerts
quick
configuration. Every configuration will be done in this
to
.env file configuration. If you guys have installed
continue
the
from the
Snipe-IT
steps
by yourself, you
from where we
guys
have just
who
started.
are
Now we are going to
familiar with
create an
this
repository of
configuration file
weekly
and
backup.
hope you guys
Right,
know
we are
where
going to
this
use the shared
configuration
location and we are
file
going to
resides
add this location
in
here.
your
Click on this add
server.
button.
Okay,
The
what
repository
we are
has
looking
been
for, we
created
are
at
looking
this path
for
on
the
our
email alerts
Linux machine
configuration. This is the
on which this Wazoo server has
area
been
where we have to
installed and configured. Now we are going to create an
configure
auto
our
backup
setting
policy.
for the
Then we have to click
outgoing
on this
mail
snapshot
setting.
policies and click on this create
Okay,
policy. Now
first
name it
we have to access
weekly
our
backup
Snipe IT.
policy. Right, if you want to add
This
any
is
message or any
my
information,
local
you can add
user.
this in the
Let
description.
me log in with my admin user
So we
first.
are going to name our policy.
Okay,
I
I
have
have
named it weekly
logged in
backup
with my
policy
admin
and
user.
added some description, or you can say the messages you want to
Right
add, and click
now we
on
have
this
to open the
drop down
.env
to
file.
select
For
whether
my
you want
scenario,
to add
the
all.
location for
If you add
.env
static,
file
that
on my
will
server is
take
as
backup of
follow. I
all the
have
indices available.
installed
Otherwise,
and
you can just
we
copy
have
the name from here.
.env file at
Like
this
I
location.
am going to show you,
This may be default location
and
for
you
your
have to
server as well.
paste it
Otherwise, you
and
have to
add
search
static with it.
for .env
It
file.
will take the backup
After move to this
available
folder, I am going to type nano is id
backup of all available
and
files. You can select the static as
file
well,
name.
and if you want to add
This is
customize,
how
then I have
the
guided
.env
you
file
how you
looks
can
like.
take the backup
We
and
have
add
to
the static.
scroll
It will
down a
take
bit.
all. Select
Here,
the
this
repository for
is the
snapshot
outgoing
place
mail server
area
setting.
where
As
the
you
backup
guys
will
can
be
see,
stored.
we
I
have
have
to
only
configure
one
these
repository
settings
that has
according
been
to
auto selected, and you can create the new repository
the
from here as well. Now you have to select the snapshot
settings or
frequency.
configuration
You
depending
can select it on the daily,
at
or
the
you can select on
Snipe
weekly.
IT website.
You can set
You
the time
can
available
read
here and select the day
in
on
detail
which you want to take the backup, and select the time zone from
what
here.
every
So I
tag
am going to select currently
can be
on
able to
daily,
do and
and I
function
want
of
to take
the
the
every
backup
tag.
on
This is the
20
detail,
p.m. Right
and
now,
if
we
we are
are
going
going
to
to
use
select
GoDaddy
retention
email
policy period check. And if
or
you want to receive
for
notification,
that
you can
purpose we
select the
have to
option
follow
available
this
here when a snapshot has been
documentation.
created,
Right
when
now
a
I am
snapshot
going
has
to
been deleted, and
use
when the snapshot has been
Gmail,
filled.
so I am going to
If we
follow these
want to
settings.
check, let me
First,
add
what I have
time
to do,
that
I have
I
to
have to take the backup
define
on this time.
driver SMTP. It is already
And
available. What
where
will be
is
host?
our time
Because I
zone?
am going to use Gmail. For that purpose, I have to
Okay,
change
I have guided
this
you, and click on this
tag with the
create
values.
policy
Port will
button.
be 587 and username will be your Gmail username. I am going
The policy name
to
must
add
be in lowercase. So I
email address here,
am
and what
going
will
to
it be the
do
password.
same
Let's see, the password
if we
is a
have
kind of
removed the issue.
critical thing,
This is how you can
because
create
we
auto
have first
snapshot
we have to
policy
create
or auto backup
the
policy
app
in your
password.
Wazoo
If you
server.
guys
That will
were
be
familiar, or you can search on the Google
done and will
how
be
you can
created.
create or
And
add app
as soon
password in
as the
your
backup
Gmail
will be
account.
taken, that will be displayed
So
here
I
in
am
the
going to
snapshots.
use my
Hope you guys
Gmail.
understood the scenario and guidance
I
very
have
well.
created this
Please like and
Gmail
subscribe
for
my channel, and share with your
like
friends,
Wazoo
colleagues,
and
and students.
are open
You can
source.
comment any of your
And
issue, or you have any query, you can
here
comment
for the mail
under my
password,
video. You can
we have to
text me or
provide
you
it
can
with
email
the
me
app
all
password.
the
Let me show
information
you guys how you
regarding
can create
contact
app password.
available on my channel.
You have to
How you
log
can
into your
implement
Gmail
and
and access your
you
Gmail.
can use
Click on
that
this
scenario
name
for the
icon
Wazoo.
and click on this here,
Is
manage your
old
Google
but
account.
a new scenario, a new
This
usage.
part you have to click
Wazoo
on this
snapshot
security. I
management
have already
policy.
created one for the Wazoo
Wazoo
testing. I am
backup
going to
and
create a
restore
new one
policies and
for
how you can
Snipe-IT. And
schedule
click on this
and
create.
or how you can
As
create
you
policies
click
for
on
your
this
backup
create
and
button,
restore.
a pop-up will appear
For the
that will
today's
show you
scenario, I
a app
am
password.
going to
You
use
have to
a
copy this app password and
external
save
drive or the
something
folder Windows
and
based
save it
folder.
somewhere that
I am going to mount that folder
it will be
to
used
our
later
Wazoo
on.
machines,
As soon you will click on this
and
done
we
button, you
will
are unable to
take
access
backup and
or
restore
check this app password later on.
from that drive or the
That's why
share
I have
folder.
already copied that.
So
What I'm going to
let's
do, I'm
let's
going
start with
to
the
copy this app password
configuration.
and paste it over
First
here.
we have
And
to
what will be the further
access
settings?
our
Mail encryption will be none. I am
Wazoo
going to
master
use
machine.
same email password. A notification will appear someone has created an password. I because I have done that,
We have to
so I
check
am
this
familiar that
dependency or package is installed or not.
I'm going to add the same
This
email
is the
address.
document I have
What will be
created
the
for
next step?
myself.
Mail from the name. I am going to use the same Snipe-IT email reply to this. I am going to change
I am implementing this
same email
scenario
address.
on the
What will be true, and this
distributed and cluster based
you have to change all the
Wazoo.
parameters
I have
with
three
these
nodes,
values as I have
one for
shown you.
master, one for
Now
worker,
we are
and
going
third
to
for the
click
dashboard.
Control
Indexer installed
Enter
on the
Y, then
both of
press
machine
enter.
master and worker. Wazoo
Configuration
manager
file
is
has been
also
saved.
installed
Now for the testing
on
purpose, what
both
you have to do,
machine.
you have to go
File
to
beat is
your
also installed on master and worker node.
Snipe-IT dashboard. You have to
Dashboard is
click on
only
this set.
installed on the third machine,
Let's check
which is
again.
dashboard.
Maybe yes. In the
Okay,
general
what
setting,
we are going to do
we are
next,
going to
create
test
directory and
email
set
alerts
the
that
all
our
configuration.
configuration have successfully
We are
done or
going
not.
to
We will click on this set
create a
send
share
text.
folder.
It
I
will
am
take a
going
bit time.
to create a
Uh,
folder
as you can see, it is
snapshot.
sending test email.
Okay,
We are going to
is the next
receive
step.
this
Share
email
this folder so
alert
can be
in a
accessed
while,
by Linux server.
and I
Okay,
will show you
click
guys
on the
how
properties,
it will looks
go
like
to the
and
sharing,
how we are
share.
going to receive this test email.
I've already created a username with
Okay, we
yep,
have something.
and I am going to give rights
Let
to
me
this
check.
user for read and write and click
Okay,
on the
guys,
share. This
through
is the
the troubleshooting, I have figured out it was my Gmail address error.
address of
And before
this
that,
folder.
let me show you something that you
Okay,
have to do,
I
like the
am
configuration. I
going to
am
rename it
forget to add TLS on this mail encryption.
folder as a
So because the here you can see it is saying null, but in the below configuration it is showing that we have to change in the encryption by TLS. So I have done the same, and I have
so
also changed the
go
email
to the
address
advanced
and app password.
sharing, share this
and it
folder.
start working. These are the two
Okay,
mistakes, one for the encryption and another
share
thing
this
is my
folder.
Gmail address which I was
What is
using.
next?
This email
Then
is
go to
not
the
working, so I
permission
have changed
option.
the email address. Now you can see if I
The
press the
permission
send text,
option.
it will
What is the
it will
next step?
send a test
Click
email
the all option
to
below the
this
allow for
email
the
address.
user
Let me show you.
and
This is the test
add
from Snipe-IT Asset
advanced.
Management System. If you got this email, this mail,
Okay,
it's working.
find now.
Thanks Snipe-IT.
Let's
That's how
find the
you can
user.
be able to
Yes,
configure the
okay,
email configuration email setting in your
okay.
Snipe-IT
Now we have assigned all
Asset Management tool. So far,
the rights
hope
to
you
this
guys understood
user.
this video very well. Hope you like this video.
Yes, I have
Kindly like
done
and
this. Now
subscribe my channel
create the
and
directory at the
share
Vasu server machine.
this
First
with
create
your
the directory.
colleagues, friends,
We
and
are
your
going
neighborhood.
to create a folder
Until
or the
then, stay
directory
tuned.
at the
Thank you for
default
watching.
MNT directory
Stay
at our
blessed. Goodbye.
Linux machines. Let's just copy this. Can check as well that it has been
Hey
created.
guys,
Okay,
welcome to
now
the channel.
access the
Hope everyone is doing well.
worker machine.
Today, guys, I am back
You have
with a
to
new topic of Snipe-IT.
eat or do
Hope
these
you
steps
guys
on the
were familiar with this Snipe-IT tool. It's an
master
open
and
source
worker.
asset management tool. Say goodbye to the spreadsheets. It is very useful for your assets
Until
in
now.
the company, in the school, colleges, or in your organization, whatever
Now
you are
create the
looking
directory
for.
on the both Vasu server. I have
So
created.
today I am going to
Now
show you how you
give the
can
permission to Vasu
implement
indexer on
email
these.
alerts configuration using Snipe-IT with the Gmail. Okay,
Good.
we are going
Now
to access our
go to
machine
this configuration file.
with our user.
Okay, wait, friends. Okay, friends.
So
Next
you
we
just
have
have
to do this
to
here.
search
Add this directory
Snipe-IT
to this configuration file.
The first URL pop-up will guide you about the all configuration we are going to need, we are going to implement, we are going to configure. So what we are looking for the email alerts configuration. Every configuration will be done in this
Address.
.env
Press
file
Ctrl
configuration. If
X
you guys have installed the Snipe-IT by yourself,
to the
you
same
guys
on the
were familiar with this
worker node.
configuration file and hope you guys know where this configuration file resides in your server. Okay, what we are looking for the email alerts configuration. This is the
Is next.
area
Now you
where
have
we
to
have to
restart the
configure our setting
Vasu
for the
indexer service
outgoing
on your
mail setting.
both nodes,
Okay,
master and worker node.
first we have to
Wait for the
access
service to
our
restart on the master node, then
Snipe
restart it
IT.
on the worker node.
This is my local user. Let me log in with my admin user first. Okay, I have